I'm just getting it out. That's what he said. Poppy K and her bookish thoughts, adventures with ogres and astronauts. Poppy K and her bookish thoughts. Poppy K, subscribe, like, comment and share. Well, hello. Welcome back to my vlog. My reading vlog this week. So my reading vlog this week, I'm reading Pestilence by Laura Thalassa. I started reading it last night. I was on my Twitch read with me, whatever, sprints, and I was saying on there that I wished that I had got this book sooner. I did have it in my basket on Books to Door, but then it sold out because I sat on it too long, so I had to get it from Amazon. I wished I'd read this after I'd read Iron Flame, because this book would have got me out of that funk. I love this book. So basically this is part of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse series. This book follows Pestilence. We have war, famine and death, and Pestilence has come to spread a plague on the earth because humans are just despicable people. And because this is going to happen, people are evacuating left, right and centre, trying to go to places. So because of this, our lead in the story, Sarah, she's a firefighter, and there was a whole load of other firefighters from this town in Canada, and they all drew straws to see who was going to stay behind and kill Pestilence. She unfortunately drew the short straw while everybody else evacuated this town or city, and she then tried to kill him. He took her prisoner, and basically this is their story. He's taken her prisoner. He's in some ways making her suffer. He didn't kill her, whereas he has killed other people who have tried to kill him, but he hasn't killed her. It's basically keeping her prisoner, and he says, I'd rather make you suffer than kill you. So she's now going along with him, and I think he's slowly falling for her. And I would just want to read this little bit here. No, I don't know what I was going to say. Completely forgot. Can't find it. So anyway, yeah, it's a good book. So I shall come back to you when I've read a little bit more. I'm literally about halfway through, and we're just sort of getting to the smut, I think. So I'm going to read this. I've got to go out this morning. It is first thing in the morning. It's a Sunday morning. I've got my ambiance on. I need to open the curtains, but I just don't want to let daylight in yet. I'm not ready. I'm ready for the day. So I'm going to read a couple more chapters of this, get up, get ready, and I will speak to you later. I don't want to care. It's being I'm good alone. I'll be okay, miss you like an old friend. Too scared now, thinking I should call up, I'm not. I think it's hard how we always wait another day, how we watch things that kids walk away. Hello, well, I have finished Pestilence. What a book. Oh my goodness. I actually read some of this when I was on I'll take my reading glasses off, when I was on Twitch the other day, which is linked. Well, it's always linked in my bio anyway. But what a book. I did annotate it as well, and there are a few things I want to talk about. So the books are Pestilence, War, Famine and Death, and although they are sold together as a set, they are standalone. The only thing that links them all, I gather, because I've had a little read of the next book, is just the fact that they are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Because in the end of this one, it says something about war, and then the next book is book 2 is war. So that, I think, is the only thing that links all of these books together. I think they are sort of standalone, so I'm going to treat it that way. I am not going to read them all in one. I am going to sort of stagger them a little bit, so I'm quite happy about that. We are following Sarah, and it's Sarah, isn't it? Sarah, yes. Basically, Pestilence has come to the earth, to the world, to kill off the human race, because basically they're a disgrace. And he is spreading a plague which makes people ill at first, and then it kind of makes them like blister and putrefy and all this sort of thing. So it's not very nice. So all he has to do is ride through a town, and then that's it. Everyone has got this plague. Because of this, people are evacuating their towns. Sarah is a firefighter, and they are there to rescue everybody. So they've said, everyone go ahead and we'll stay behind and see what we can do. Then the firefighters, what they do, they then take they draw straws to see who's going to stay behind to kill Pestilence. Sarah, unfortunately, draws the short straw, and they all go and leave her, and then she's like, right, okay, I've got to kill this guy. So she sets up camp in the woods. He comes through. She tries to shoot him, and then she tries to set fire to him. Obviously, he is one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. He cannot die. So he gets better, but then takes her prisoner. She does not get ill at all, even though he's touched her and all this sort of thing. So she does not get ill. Oh, excuse me. However, he's basically said, I'm going to take you prisoner because I want to make you suffer. So he's taking her to all these towns and things like that. And of course, inevitably, it's a enemies to lovers type situation. It gets quite steamy, you know. And there were a few bits and pieces in here that did make me laugh. So I'm going to try and find them out and read them to you now. When he does take a prisoner, she says, I'm riding with one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. Holy shit. I've now got a front row seat to the end of the world. So she's, it's very amusing. Oh, this made me laugh as well. Obviously they're talking and things like that when they're on the steed. And he says, I am what I am. He says, resolute. He sounds almost defeated. I came here with a task, and I will see it completed. And she says, who gave you the task? God? The devil? I throw my free hand up in the air. The fucking Easter Bunny? She says, I thought you were Pestilence, the Conqueror, not someone's goddamned errand boy. And then, oh, here we go. Obviously it's set in Canada. And having lived in Canada myself for a few years, I can tell you the winters are harsh. I lived on the west side, so in the province of Alberta, and we lived on the prairies. And I tell you what, in the winter, when it's snowing, it's bleak, and I mean bleak. So, and it basically starts snowing from like August and doesn't stop until April, May sometimes. So, and I can relate to this. Well, not me personally, but I've seen it. And it says, I may be the one Canadian who can't stand the cold. Everyone else is like, hey, look, I can see the sun today. And even though it's cold enough to freeze water, by God, I think it's t-shirt weather. Now, when we lived there, it was Easter weekend. We had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weekend. The next day it dumped 4 foot of snow. Also, it used to get down to about, I think the coldest it ever got down to was about -45, maybe even -50. Anything below -25, it's cold, but it's just cold, you know? So once it starts creeping up to like your -10s, your -5s, your -1s, you actually start feeling quite warm. And I have seen people walking around in shorts and a t-shirt when it's like -5 or -1. Crazy. But I really did enjoy it. I tell you what, I think had I have picked this up instead of, I mean, don't get me wrong, I did enjoy Divine Rivals, but I think this would have probably encouraged me to get reading a little bit quicker. I don't think I would have been so, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think I would have been like so lost as to what to read last week, like I was last week. I did have these, however, in my basket in Books to Door, and guess what? They sold out, so I had to get them off eBay. So I got 3 from eBay, and then 3 from the same eBay shop, and then I had to get another one from another shop. So that is Pestilence by Laura Thalassa. I really am looking forward to reading War, but as I say, I'm not going to read that one straight after. I am going to read a couple more. Actually, I'll show you what I am going to read. Well, actually, at the moment, because I finished that, I am reading Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. So I am reading that on my Kindle. I have got the physical books coming, but I'm just reading it on my Kindle at the minute. So that's what I'm reading for next week. I've literally just started it. I'm about 20% in, I'd say. So at the moment, it's very good. It's a little bit more gritty. It's quite dark. Completely different to some of the things that I have read recently. But I'm enjoying it. But I will talk about that more next week in my next reading vlog. And then after that, I got this in the post today. Got to be careful because you're sat on top of it. I got this, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I saw her TikTok, the author, obviously on TikTok, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to give that a go as well. So might as well try something new. I'm quite enjoying the dark, sort of dark gothic smut at the moment. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy that. I'm going to give, I would give this a good 4.5 stars, maybe even a 4.75 stars. So I'm really looking forward to the next one to see what that's like. But I would definitely recommend, if you got in a you know, if you got yourself into a little reading slump is the word I was looking for. Reading slump after not the Iron Throne. Iron Wing, goodness me. The Iron Wing, I would recommend this book to get you out of it. Definitely. I think this is the one. This is the one. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!